All right, we got a Rheem heat pump here that we tried to replace. It's got a leaking reversing valve. We'll get her opened up so we can take a look. It's R22. We're going to convert it to 422B. We're going to replace the reversing valve. And apparently we're adding leak sealant to it also. We heavily advised against doing this, but we give the customer what they want. Oh yeah, check it out. She busted loose. Alright. This one looks a little more difficult than I originally thought. Because it's so close to this valve core here. Typically I'd like to just cut all this right off, which I still might cut these. I've done one like that. I'm gonna try another one. If I can just cut the reversing valve off here, maybe just unbraze the little swedge joints, that might be easier. Alright, well, my plan worked. I cut the reversing valve out right here, and then I just unsweat all the little stubs, which are right there, and I just pulled it right off there. So I'm gonna try to get the new one on there. These two look okay. This one, I don't know if that's built up solder or I kind of ovaled out the pipe, but we'll see when I go put it back on. I'll sand those down best I can. I don't want to do a whole lot of sanding and get anything inside the system. Alright, we got our new reversing valve in place. Lined up pretty good. And then we have our filter dryer also set. We're gonna do all our brazing at the same time. Should work out okay. So I'm gonna put some wet rag all on my reversing valve to protect that. Then we can get brazing. All these units here. Somehow I ended up in the shade. It's supposed to be warm today. I don't know what that sun's getting ready to do, but hopefully I stay in the shade. All right, we got our nitro flowing. Let me show you what I'm doing here. I'm just sending it right in here. And then I have the valve cores pulled here, and I got the valve core pulled here. So, yeah, that's where we're weeping our nitro at. So we're getting ready to get brazing. 3/4 ones, but this 3/8 or 1/2 inch one, I can't really see good. It looks good. Yeah, it looks good all the way around. Yeah, all these I could see pretty well. And they're good. Get you guys a little closer. Not too shabby. All right, still got the filter dryer to do. I got her brazed. Sorry guys, I couldn't get the camera in a good enough spot to do the whole thing, and I only burned up a little bit of grass. So, filter dryer is brazed, reversing valve brazed, and let me cool down the filter dryer, and then we can pressure test with nitrogen. All right, pressure testing now, and remember we're going R22 here. This is an R22 system, so we're not going to go 400 like usual. Probably 250 will be okay. All right, 228's looking good. Been sitting there for a couple minutes now. Let her sit for a couple more. It really hasn't went down much, but this unit did have a leak. I believe refrigerant was added to it last year. And I got some more clarification why we're repairing this unit instead of replacing it, because apparently this building is getting torn down in about a year and making way for apartment housing. So, yeah, they're just trying to get this unit by for another year. All right, got the vacuum going now. See, Rheem does this dumbass thing with their valves. I couldn't get my valve core remover on either one of these, so I just got a little hose here going to my big hose. Got the valve core remover on here, and then the micron gauge here. Here's my microns right there. So let's let her pump for a while. We get it charged up. We're actually going to be using this, the AC Smart Seal. It's a 3-in-1 with UV dye and cool enhancer. It's a sealant, a dye, and apparently a cool enhancer. So this is the one that does not have the applicator with it. The applicator hose, I do have the applicator hose on my truck. Yeah, I've used this a couple times before, this particular brand. I think it does work to a certain extent for small, little tiny leaks, but this is not going to seal anything big. And I don't think I have a leak that's huge, because it did hold pressure. My pressure did drop a little bit, but it held it for the most part. So hopefully this does hold up. Maybe it'll at least hold up for the year that they needed to hold up. So we have water in our pan also. So I'll have to get rid of that. That sucks. I'm wondering if this thing just froze up. Well, this was not the one. This one is unit number 1. We're working on number 2, and it has a smoke transformer. So we're gonna have to replace that transformer too. See, she's good and burnt. It smells pretty burnt too, but the fuse is intact, so I'm thinking we just got a burn up transformer here. It's crazy all this happened to the same freaking unit, but it is what it is. Let's get a new transformer, get the tools up here. I still want to get the water out of this pan also. All right, even though there's water in this pan, we're gonna have to figure that out. The thermostat was off. I don't know why the thermostat was off, but it was. So we're gonna get the water out of this pan, make sure it's not leaking anywhere, make sure our trap's not clogged or anything crazy like that. Let's see what's going on here. Oh yeah, that's all that is. Clogged condensate. Take care of that. Might be able to take care of it with the shop vac. Thinking this guy right here might be our discharge for the one I'm working on. Just a guess. We have what, 2, 4, we have 5 units here. That one down there must have a condensate pump because it's got condensate tubing coming off, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 2 over there are probably for that side of the building. This one here and this one are probably the ones I'm working on. This one's obviously draining, this one's not, so I'm thinking it's this one, but we're gonna find out. Drain sucker. We're doing something now. A little bit of pump action going here. Doing something now. Alright, we got her now, boys. Just got to get this water cleared out of this pan and we'll be good. Where'd I put my cap at? Oh, here's the cap for this. Gotta find whatever the hell I did with the cap for this guy. It's over here. She should drain fine now. Yeah, definitely was this one, because now we're draining real good now. Good stuff. Now, when we got the pan as clear as I can, I mean the rest of that'll dry out. So this one's good, so we can turn our attention over to this transformer here. Power's off. Just gonna get this old one out of here. I got a universal on the truck. Throw in. This thing is stinking up the building. All right. There she is. You can see it's all charred on this side too, but that's the main bit there. Burnt a little bit here. All right, let's get a new transformer. Here's our new transformer here. Universal 120, 208 or 240 to 24 volt. Open this guy up. It's the Mars 50354. And here's what we got. So we are 240 volts here, so we want white and orange, and then black and red will get wire nutted off. All right, we got our new universal transformer in. I taped these because there was a little bit of bare metal showing, so we got there and there. I already tested it, it came on. It actually had tripped the breaker over here also, the 30 amp breaker, so reset that. Not really sure what took out that transformer because the fuse did not blow, so it must have just been the transformer's time to die. So let's put the covers back on. All right, guys, she's been pulling for well over an hour, probably going on 2 hours because I did some other stuff around here. We got her down to 308. We're we're gonna valve it off, see how it holds. If you guys noticed there, when I opened this ball valve, there was a little bit of refrigerant or nitrogen or something stuck in there, and that happens sometimes. I'll forget to do that, and that caused my vacuum to climb, but it's coming back down now. So we'll let it pull a few more minutes and see if we can get that out of there. But like I said before, this unit was said to have a leak, so that's why we're putting the Easy Seal in it also. So if it doesn't hold a solid vacuum, it's going to be what it is. Not too shabby, honestly. 565. It's going up a little bit, but I'm actually pretty impressed. All right, we got our 422B hooked up. Blow that off. So our vacuum got up to just over 700. Still isn't horrible considering this unit has a known leak. So let's bounce back over to superheat subcool. Alright, and we'll go ahead and fill this baby up. So we're going to open this up. Open this and this. And then we're going to bleed off here also. Bleed here. Did we get refrigerant? Got it there. We're going to bleed here too till we get refrigerant. Refrigerant there too, and it's 8.6 pounds it takes factory, so we'll put about 9 in it because we got a little bit of a, not a ridiculously long line set, but it's probably over 25 feet, so we'll go ahead and throw 9 in it and fire it up. All right, we got her running now. We got 9 pounds in it. It could probably take a little more, but I'm gonna now inject the Easy Seal, and then I'll top the charge. I'm not sure if this is the way the directions say to do it or not, but this is the way I like to do it. I'm gonna take and inject. I'm gonna screw this on here, just like this. It off the unit, and then I'm going to inject the Easy Seal into our applicator, and then I'm going to install it. Yeah guys, the wind noise was crazy bad during this part, but yeah, this is how I do it. I inject it into the applicator off of the unit. I spilled a little bit there, that's my bad. And yeah, once I get it put in there, then I attach it to the unit here. I attach it one side to a ball valve. I like to use 2 ball valves, a ball valve on each side. So I got 1 ball valve there, screwing my other hose with the ball valve on this side right here. And then I just open 1 ball valve at a time and then flow through with refrigerant. Sometimes I'll shoot it in with the high side pressure where I'm charging this unit. I shoot it through just with fresh refrigerant. So opening up my blue hose there, and now I'm going to be opening up my other ball valve here, which happens to be my my valve core remover. And now, bam, just fire some fresh refrigerant in there, and the leak sealant is gone. So that's just how I do it. Not sure if that's the way the directions do it, but that way works good for me with this particular brand. More times. All right, now I'm gonna close this, take that off, and take this off this side, and then finish my charge. All right guys, we're really close here. Looks like we got about almost 4 degrees of subcooling, 17 degrees of superheat, 54 degrees liquid or suction line and dropping. We're looking pretty good, honestly. I might add a skosh more. I think this job was bid for 10 pounds. We've got just about that in, and I might bring it up just to 10. But I think we're looking pretty good.